Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life.
This movie is basically about a guy who gets a job working at this pizzeria from the 80s that's abandoned, and once inside, madness ensues.
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy.
They're really terrifying. I think they're doing their job. They're supposed to be eerie and terrifying.
Hello?
We knew that the visibility from the fan base was super high. Every department on this movie played such a crucial and important role.
They've had Jim Henson Studios create these puppets.
And all the animatronics had such a personality.
Chica, she looks happy, and then boom, she gets really scary.
Bonnie is the most aggressive. If there's a time when Freddy should be scary or intimidating, he stands tall, the movement is slow and ominous.
Sometimes it's the subtlety that really sells the character.
There's so much in the movie that speaks to the fan base.
This is a movie that's going to have a lot of jump scares.
The audiences are in for a ride.
You will be blown away.
It's the ultimate popcorn movie. We wanted to make sure we were doing the fan base justice in every decision that we made along the way. They were really at the forefront of our minds.
What sets this movie apart from others is the care that was taken with the story to create something based on a beloved game.
Scott Cawthon is heavily involved and is watching every single shot.
There's a lot of attention to detail.
So I think for those hardcore Five Nights at Freddy's fans out there, they can rest assured that we are taking care of their world, taking care of their game, and taking care of these characters.
This film is going to be a fan favorite. I mean, we have such an incredible legion of fans out there. And I think one of the exciting things is that we are making this movie for them, and I think they're gonna really respond to that.
Check, check, check. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, my name is Emily. I'm the sound utility, and this is my story. When I was younger, I would watch behind the scenes footage and think, oh, the crew is so cool, like everyone's having such a great time. But I had no idea that I could ever be doing something like that.
Let's roll, please.
In college, I was working on short films, and everybody needed a sound person.
Roll sound.
And so I kept working on short films, and I was like, maybe I can turn this into a career.
Action. Garrett!
I also interned at a sound rental shop. That's where I learned all the gear. The first thing I do when I get here is I get my sound card ready, and then it's time for a marking rehearsal, which is when we watch the actors do their blocking. So I need to watch closely and be planning in my head how I'm gonna wire them. The most exciting days for me working in sound are when we have music playback.
And playback.
I feel very proud to be able to say that I work consistently in sound. I think that being a woman in sound is very important. It's definitely a male-dominated industry, so this will definitely be a time in my life that I look back on and I'm very proud of.
First thing I notice is you've clearly been to one of those family-friendly entertainment centers with animatronic. Now, I don't want to say monsters. 3-year-old Lonita wants to say monsters.
You can say monsters, yeah.
For you, what's the key to capturing that intentional terror?
Yes. Yeah. Well, we knew the design and build of the animatronics was going to be such a huge component of the film. We paired up with Jim Henson's Creature Shop to do that. And they just added a whole other dimension to this production. And I think, you know, wanting to make sure that the animatronics felt like they also had a real personality and soul and weren't just machines, is what we knew we would get with Jim Henson's, you know, assistance, guidance, creativity, imagination. They're amazing.
And it looked really good. It was nostalgic walking into one of those places being like, are we sure we're supposed to be here? Right?
Yeah.
So for the fans.
Yes.
Right? What was the key for you to pulling the heartstrings of people who already love Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, I mean, we really wanted to make sure every aspect of the production design in terms of the pizzeria itself was nodding to the environment and the world that the fans know and love and are so familiar with. But we also wanted to bring it to life in new and exciting ways as well, and something that really made it worthwhile for people to come to the theaters and see it. And same with the animatronics, really wanting to make sure those characters were brought to life in a way that was so exciting for the fan base. In terms of the story, we were working with Scott Cawthon to really make sure we were incorporating elements of the lore in accurate and balanced ways in terms of not too much, not too little, and then expanding our own story that was just really unique to the film. And in terms of that, you know, making sure we had characters that were layered, nuanced, and interesting to go on the ride with was my main concern.
Yeah, so my daughters they told me this is the most important movie of the year. I better come watch this. They are gamers.
Amazing.
And they love this. But this is not just games, it's novels. Like you said, it's a whole lore.
Yeah.
For me, this is my introduction.
Yeah.
What I really appreciated about the movie is how pensive it is. And it really dives into what I think our true fear is, which is the loss of innocence. And for you, what is it for me to bring me in as a new fan?
Yeah, absolutely. I really thought there was potential. I knew that we needed to deliver for the fan base. That was first and foremost. But I thought, wow, there's such potential here for a broader audience to come to the table, because before I was familiar with the game, I was like, oh, this type of movie would be so something I would want to see as a kid, now as an adult bringing a kid, I think all the boxes. It really is an intergenerational experience. So I'm really hopeful that it'll be accessible to a lot of people and hopefully a lot of fun.
It is absolutely accessible, very layered, and I think surprisingly emotional. So congratulations on that. And then just real quick, one word about interning for Robert Altman.
Exceptional. Robert Altman continues to be an influence of mine, and yeah, I was lucky enough to intern with him during college and right after, and he was just coming off of Gosford Park, and getting to see him develop his next project after that was a real life lesson.
You are a rock star. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Oh, so nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So excited for your daughters.
They were mad that
Five Nights at Freddy's is
Very intense.
A thrill ride.
It's terrifying.
Five Nights is
Scary.
Scary.
it's eerie,
nightmarish.
Visceral.
super creepy.
It's out of this world.